Hey my sweets, and welcome back to my channel. You guys, today I want to make for you a homemade made from scratch cake. You guys, it is called a white chocolate peanut butter layered cake. You guys, you see the ingredients and all that I'm going to use. If you're new to my channel, why don't you stop by and say hello? Consider subscribing. You guys, I love for new members to join in on the fam bam. For all those who have subscribed, who's been rocking with me this whole entire time, thank you guys for just showing love and showing support for my channel. I aim to engage and encourage and inspire others who all have disabilities or who don't have disabilities, just want to learn the basics of how to make different recipes. Why don't you follow along? And I just thank you for being a big support to my channel. You guys, those are the recipes or the ingredients that I'm going to use for my cake. You all stick in there with me and I'll show you the rest. Okay, so at this point you want to go ahead and preset your oven at 350. We're going to cook this cake for about 30-40 minutes, okay? And once again, here are the ingredients that I'll be using, and I included the Heath candy that you see right there. We're going to melt that, well, not melt it, we're going to incorporate it in the powdered sugar, and we're going to make like a Heath kind of glaze to put on top of this cake and in between the layers. I'll show you all that in just a minute as well. Alright you guys, so in this bowl we have our sugar and our butter, and we're going to cream that first. And you want to take your time while you're creaming this because you want to incorporate all the sugar and the butter combined together, and you want it to have like a fluff texture so that your cake will come out definitely nice and soft. Not dense, but nice and soft and moist. So you want to also scrape down the sides of your bowl to make sure that you're incorporating everything and not missing a beat when it comes to that sugar and that butter, you guys. And then you will continue to mix it real good. Okay, for this part we have our flour, 3 cups of flour. We also have a teaspoon, I have a teaspoon of salt. We also have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And you guys, we put the whole package of the jello, white chocolate jello pudding mix inside of this mixture, okay? And now we're going to incorporate it in, oh, we also have 6 eggs, you guys. So we're going to incorporate it inside of the mixture of the butter and the eggs. Butter and the sugar, I'm sorry. 1 egg at a time. And we're going to alternate between that and the flour. And we're going to end with the flour because rule of thumb is you have to end your mix with flour for the dry ingredients last. chocolate peanut butter layered cake, you guys. And here it is, voila. So we adding in Alright, so in this part, like I said, we're going to add in our pieces of heat candy, and we're going to give it a nice stir into the mixture. It's still a little thick, and I wanted it that way, so I can kind of gauge it, how I'm going to thin it out so that it can, evenly spread across the layer, um, the middle layer of the cake. And then we're going to have some left over in reserve to put on top of the cake, a glaze on top of the cake. Alright, you guys, so the cake is all done. Look how pretty they look. It took my stove about 40 minutes exactly, and I used the toothpick to test in the middle of it to see the doneness of the cake. And if it comes out clear on the toothpick, that means it is done, it is finished, finito. Okay, so now what we're getting ready to do, I've also let it cool down all the way down, and I let it cool for about 15-20 minutes. I think a total of 20 minutes that I let it cool down, because I wanted to make sure it was all the way cool before I add my layer of glaze right there in the middle. And I'm giving it a little press because I wanted to cut a little thin slice off the bottom so that it'll lay flat. But I said, oh, what the heck, I'm just going to leave it the way it is because it just looks so perfect. It looks like my back in the day cornbread that I used to make in my old trusty pan that I have, and it just come out looking just like that. But you can see it looks like a big old peanut butter cookie. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm going to put a thin layer of the mixture that we did, the glaze, with the heat chocolate, because I wanted the flavors to go, all together throughout the cake. So I'm just giving it a nice little spread, gently across that layer. So when you cut into it, you might not see it as thick as icing would be, but you surely can taste it once you cut into it and take that first bite. You can taste it. It's just creamy throughout. I think the heat candy, because it's toffee candy. Am I saying that right? Toffee candy. I think that it brings a certain element out of the peanut butter, the powdered peanut butter, along with, the creaminess of the cream cheese. And I think that added another layer of the cream, throughout the cohesiveness of the flavors throughout the peanut butter and the heat chocolate. So it just makes it real delicious and delightful to bite into. And you guys, you'd be very surprised that I came up with this recipe like off the top of my head, because I just taste things in my mind and then I just put the flavors together and just hope for the best. But that's what it is with cooking in the kitchen. You don't have everything perfect, but you come up with a very tasteful, delicious recipe in your mind. You say, hey, let's go for it. So that's what I did. And here's the end result of how everything looked. Excuse all of that lusciousness around the bottom of it. I'm going to come up on the side of it with my spatula to, put on the sides of it. I just wanted all that ooziness to just drip on down. And, once you set it in the cake holder or cake container on your countertop, it's gonna absorb, the sugar, the powdered sugar, the cream of it and everything. It's gonna stick on it like icing. Because I didn't do it runny, I did it pretty thick like. So that's what our end result is of this cake. You guys, now I'm about to let my little ones try this cake out for the first time, and then you'll see the results of it. Well, you see that? That is my white chocolate peanut butter cake, layer cake. If you guys like this video, please consider subscribing, like, share, leave a comment if you would. Like, share, and subscribe. I'd like to have all in the family, which is my YouTube family, come together, support my channel, you guys, so I can continue to inspire others that may have disabilities, that they can do awesome and great things, and they put their mind to it and keep on going. So you guys always keep God first and all in everything that you do, and you all let my niece have the first bite, or well, you take the first bite, and then she'll take the second bite. And then my little mama will take the third bite. Until next time, you guys, I'll bring you a new and updated recipe. Hey, I'll leave all this down in the description box, okay? Peace.
Oh, let me get some.
Oh! Gotta get it. Gotta go. Until next time, y'all.